of men. I speak emphatically here to the people of God, the church, not the institution, not the organizations, not to the denominations, but I speak to the church, the ecclesia, the people who have been called out and now possess and are partakers of the Spirit indwelling, that Spirit we call the Spirit of God, also described as the Holy Spirit. I speak to the church, the people of God, and the people who claim to be possessed by God's Spirit. It is to you I speak. And I would wish to say this. The church has been silent, dumb, on so many critical issues that have assailed us over the past 50 years. To the extent that with our complicity and our agreement, we have allowed the wild boars of the forest to crash through the barriers that we were the caretakers of. We were positioned to stand to protect and preserve the integrity of what's inside from the ravages of what's outside. I speak to you. I speak to me. I speak to all of us that have been partakers in this preamble to our Constitution, that are the partakers of the Holy Scriptures, the Holy Writ, that we say we believe. We call ourselves a Christian nation, which means we come under the auspices, direction, and guidance of God's Spirit leading us. I speak to the church. We have been dumb, deaf, blind, and ineffective for what has transpired over the last 50 years. I must lay this all not at the political feet of those individuals, not at the feet of the banks and insurance companies, not at the feet of the other systems and institutions, not at the feet of the law enforcement agencies or the legal profession. I don't lay this at the feet of anyone. I lay it at the feet of the ordained protectors of the nation's conscience, the church, of which I am a part. I lay it at our feet. And I do share my responsibility and my negligence and dereliction of duty as an integral part of this malfeasance that has happened over the last 50 years. The scriptures tell us and admonishes us that we are the salt of the earth. Simply put, salt allows flavor to be differentiated. Salt is good once it is used as salt, once it performs its function as salt. Salt, we know, purifies. Salt, we know, is an aid in healing. We used to hear the phrase, pour salt on the wound. The salt helped to protect the wound from bacteria invasion. We also know that a high salinity of salt keeps things buoyant. It cannot sink. For example, the salt sea cannot go to the bottom because of the high salinity. Everything is buoyant and upward. Salt has value. The scriptures tell us, you, me, those of us that claim to be invested with God's Spirit, we are the salt of the earth. But it also admonishes, but if the salt ceases to function as salt, it's marketed as salt, it's packaged as salt, it bears the color of salt, it pours like salt, but alas, the functioning in the granules don't do what salt do. Salt is good, but if it loses its capacity to distinguish taste, if the salt loses its capacity to function accordance with how it was designed to function, if the pot is cooked and prepared and there is no salt, or what appears to be salt really is sugar, then the pot and everything in it will go awry, will go astray, will go deviant to the intention of the cook and those performing the culinary function. Salt is good. It is us. We have been negligent. We've not been salt. We've been silent. We are complicit